Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about one that I'm real excited for. Not quite Terrifier, not quite Terrifier 2, but Terrifier 3, my dudes. I'm so excited. Coming out this week, just 4 days away. 3 days for some. And for even more people out there, it's a couple of weeks still out, which sucks. So I noticed some people maybe putting some maybe spoilery things in there. Let's just try to refrain from that. We have a whole stream coming up, folks, where we get to talk spoilers for Terrifier 3. That's happening on Monday, literally a week from exactly right now. 7 o'clock Monday. What is that day actually? I don't even know. The 14th, Monday the 14th, we're talking spoilers live, so come on by then, throw all the spoilers out in the chat that you want, but not right now. A lot of people haven't seen the film yet. I know I saw some people saying that they really liked it, and that's awesome, and I love that. I love that energy. Keep the positivity going, but keep it spoiler-free if we can. Also, one more thing, and I hate to come out the gate saying, don't do this, don't do that. I'm not a big rules guy. I don't, trust me, I don't like it. I wish we could just say no rules, but we do have to have some rules. Please don't promote pirated websites. That sucks. That majorly sucks, especially as someone who wants to be a filmmaker. That just hurts people like us. So don't use those sites. Don't go to those sites. Don't promote those sites. Please don't do that in my chat, or I will ban you. Like that's a major suckage. 10 out of 10 suckage. So please don't do that. But much love to everybody else. Let's talk a little bit about Terrifier 3 and all the things that we're super excited for. So let's run it. Let's make it happen. How are we doing, Eric? I just saw that you became a Ghostface member. Really do appreciate you a bunch. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, I love your profile picture too. Very good stuff. Thanks for being a member, dog. What's up? Layla is also a member saying, having an early birthday for the coming out of Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3 is gay. It's coming out, which is fantastic. We love that. And an Art the Clown game? Is that what you're saying? Like an Art the Clown game? I love it. I want an Art the Clown game so bad. Is that happening? Is that for real? That would be so cool. I would love a game where you're just running around like a Grand Theft Auto with Art the Clown. It'd be so cool. I'm so here for it. I hope your channel grows up more. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. Hopefully we get up there sometime. I would love to get 30K before the end of the year. That's my goal. So that'd be cool. You meant cake and Art the Clown cake. That's awesome. I love that. Happy early birthday, and I hope you enjoy your Art the Clown cake. That's awesome. Good stuff. Max Reacts is saying in Terrifier 3, do you think Sienna will die? I hope not. I don't think the reviews would be so positive if Sienna died. I'm going to be real. A lot of people are like, oh, this movie rocks. It's so much fun. It's great. It's even better than the last one. I don't think they would be saying that if Sienna died. I think the majority of the fans would be in an uproar. There would be something out there already if that were the case. So I don't think so, no. Terrifier 3 is coming this Friday. Heck yeah, Goran. You and your truck are going right up to that theater, dog. I can't. I hope you have fun. Hopefully you enjoy the movie, and hopefully you can stop by the streams and tell me your thoughts afterwards. It'll be fun. Very good stuff. What else do we get? Who else is hanging out with us tonight? I wish it was happening. I need that collector's edition, like a big. Oh, you got Grand Theft Auto in your profile picture. There we go. All right. I hope we get some kind of Art the Clown game. But anyways, let's keep moving on here. How are we one stream away from Terrifier 3? Well, we got a stream tonight. We got a stream on Wednesday night. And then we got a stream Saturday after some people potentially get to go see it. After like Thursday and Friday. I thought, I would stream Friday night. I would. But I'm like, most people I feel like are just going to be at the theater seeing this movie. So I know most people are probably going Friday night. Some of us Thursday, some of us Saturday. But I figured Saturday might be the better day to stream, but I don't know. That's my guess. Totally shooting in the dark there with that one. But I hope people show up and we can talk have a little spoiler-free chat on Terrifier 3 that day. That'd be a lot of fun. Cause of death, seeing Jake bald. For those who got to see our short film today, I hope you enjoyed it. I have a little jump scare, I guess, for you. I guess spoiler alert here. Ha ha! What happened? Oh Lord. Isn't this awful? Isn't this terrifying? Oh God. Yeah, so I did it again. For those of you who have been around since the Red Right Hand days. I done shaved my head again. So yeah, go watch our short film that we posted today on the channel. It's not getting as many views as I was hoping it would, but I shaved my head for a video that only got 300 views on YouTube. So, go watch it. Go watch it so that this is worth it. But yeah, check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Goran seems to enjoy it. Thank you. Your short film is amazing. Can't wait for more. Yeah, so just a little something about this. We made it for a 48-hour film festival that is currently taking place here in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. So we only had 2 days to work on it. It's a little rough around the edges, admittedly, but considering we only had 2 days to write, shoot, and edit it, I think we did a pretty good job. I'm really proud of it for the little amount of time that we had. So I don't know. I had a blast making it. I think it really is it's a fun little sci-fi horror short. Go check it out. Give it a watch. We had a prompt. We had certain rules that we had to follow with the short. Like there had to be a certain character. There had to be a certain prop used, a certain line of dialogue used, and a certain theme, which was parallel universes, which was the thing. And that's all in the details before the short starts. So go give it a watch. It's called The Promotion. We had a blast making it this past weekend. It was pure chaos. And we got it in less than 4 minutes before the call time, like 7:30. That was it. You had to have it uploaded before 7:30. With 4 minutes to spare, we got it done. So all things considered, I'm very proud of it. And I promise the next short, which we had a lot more time to work on, will be a lot less rough around the edges. And you guys will likely see that soon. So Madison is saying, put the beanie back on. She's the one that did this to me. Just so you guys know, she shaved it. She had fun doing it, but she regrets it now. She's not a fan of bald Jake. But yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with this for the next 2 months. Suffer for your art. Stefano is saying, I guess I'm going to watch it on November 3rd because of the release date here in Argentina. I'm so sorry, my friend. I hope you get to see it soon. And Stefano, just for you, my friend, and for all the other friends out there that won't be able to see it until a little later, I will be putting spoiler warnings before every single video I do on Terrifier and the future of the franchise moving forward. Just saying like, hey, Terrifier 3 spoilers. Probably for the next month and a half, we'll put a little spoiler alert before any Terrifier 4 videos I end up making. So no worries on all that. I promise I won't spoil the movie for you. Joey Green says that you're in Columbus, Ohio. Shout out, Ohio. Shout out, Ohio, I guess. You know, we're fine. We finally legalized pot, which is cool. So, you know, we did that. But I wish I was. There are a lot of better places. Let's just say that. But hey, we're here. We're making it happen. It's Jake Luther. I love it. I love it, man. That's funny, man. Erica's with us tonight, one of our lovely mods. What's up? Love the new profile picture, Erica. That's awesome. I love the Art the Clown and Ghostface. That's sick. I got to watch maybe 3 minutes of the short film, and then had to handle small emergencies at work. Oh, that's no good. So you didn't see Jake. You didn't see bald Jake. Dear God. I had to outdo myself from Red Right Hand. I only I made my hair look all fucked up and weird and shit, but I didn't actually go all the way. So this time, yeah, I shaved the whole damn head. It was insane. But anyways, we'll stay on topic. Sorry. Just wanted to tell you guys about that. Go check out the short if you haven't seen it yet. Rudawaya is saying, hi, Jake. Did you know that Terrifier has an unofficial Discord server? By the way, hello, Rudawaya. How rude am I to just get right into it and not say hello to you? Maybe you should join it. I should join it. I should go see what's up in there. I have very little time to get on Discord and do shit, but I don't know. Maybe I'll pop in and say, hey, see what's going on with other Art the Clown fans. Davey Deathray is saying, happy Monday, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Davey, same to you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Thanks for being a member. I had a blast of a weekend. Just made a little short film in 48 hours. It was crazy. And look at this. We have someone who was working on Terrifier 3 for a long time. Josh Petrino did the VFX work for the upcoming Terrifier film, as well as Terrifier 2, hanging out with us tonight. What's up, man? How you doing? Josh, I was hoping to see an email from you sometime soon for secret projects that are going on in the background. But I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're having some time to chill after having had worked so hard on Terrifier 3. Got some time to rest up, man. But yeah, shoot me an email, my dude. Let's see what's going on with all that. But anyways, what else is going on here? Eli Cortez is hitting some of that devil's lettuce. Enjoy responsibly, I should say. But good stuff all nonetheless. Riv Go Crazy, I watched it and wanted to see more. I wish we could have done more, trust me. But we in 48 hours, we produced a 6-minute short. So I think that's pretty good. that's pretty solid. Not bad. Corey is hanging out with us as well. Dude, thank you for being a member. Appreciate you, Corey. Saying, who else is going to see the double feature on Thursday? You really have to be insane to sit at a theater for 4.5 hours, especially watching Art the Clown ripping people to shreds. But I love it nonetheless. I don't believe I'm doing the double feature. I think I'm just seeing Terrifier 3, but your boy is running back home to get that review done. I already got like the preliminary stuff written and ready to go, and then my actual criticism of the film, I'm gonna just come home and get done as fast, but with quality. You know what I mean? Trying to get something out as I can, but not too nothing rushed. Don't want to rush anything, of course. Darth Kermit is hanging out with us saying, "What's up? What's up, dog? How you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you." A mix of Darth Vader and Kermit the Frog. I never thought I'd see that. What's up, fella? Welcome in. What else is going on here? We got a super chat. Thank you so much, Kay. Appreciate that a bunch. Thank you for the 5. Saying congrats on your short film. So excited for Terrifier 3. Hell yeah. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Again, 48 hours, a little rough around the edges, but I think it's a lot of fun nonetheless for what it is. And yes, I'm so excited for Terrifier 3. It is going to fucking rock. Ugh. Cannot wait. 4 days away, ladies and gentlemen. I have been waiting for this movie for 2 years. So this is a really exciting one. You know, we've been talking about the Terrifier franchise and building it up for a very long time now. I've been talking about this franchise ever since 2020, and it feels like this crazy full circle moment to be getting a big movie like this in the franchise, starting from such indie roots. So it's exciting stuff. I can't wait to see it. I've been a fan of this franchise for years and years and years now, and to see it hit such great heights, like I'm sure how it's going to be with Terrifier 3, it's very exciting, man. I love it. I'm just... it's a great week. It's a great week for horror, and I can't wait to see this one on Thursday, man. But Kate, thank you so much for the 5. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. 1L is saying less than a week left. You're damn right. We're almost there. Just a little longer of a wait. Get through a work week, and then you got Terrifier 3 waiting for you at the end of that tunnel. Can't wait. It's exciting stuff. A is saying Terrifier 4 hype. We're already getting hyped up for the next one, and I love that. I'm so excited. Damien Leone pretty much confirmed that, yeah, another one's on the way. It's coming, making it happen, and I can't wait. Obviously, there's no official confirmation yet, but, like, it's happening. You know, and it's one of those things. It's a wink and a nudge kind of thing. It's coming. This movie's gonna make some money, I'm sure. It's had an awesome marketing campaign too. I'm almost thinking about doing a whole video just on that. Been a lot of fun stuff in the last couple of weeks. Art the Clown was walking around New York. I don't know if you guys saw that. I haven't had time to put that in like an update video or whatever, but it was really cool. There was like this event going on where there was all these different Art the Clowns walking around New York City, and people were running around finding them and shit. It was I don't know. I want to deep dive into that shit. That's so cool. But Universal Disappointment is with us tonight, also a channel member. Thank you for your support, my friend. Saying, hey, Jake, I just managed to catch The Substance the other night. Very nice. I think after that, Terrifier 3 is going to be a breeze. It's messed up, let me tell you. If you guys like body horror and people getting dismembered, there's a little bit of that in The Substance. There's a little bit of that. Watch The Wild Robot afterwards as a palate cleanser. Nice. Cried 4 times. I'm hearing it's really good. That Wild Robot. I saw the trailer for it a while ago, and the animation looked beautiful. I want to go check that one out for sure if I can. But that's always nice. I like to do the crazy horror movie and like a Pixar flick right after, and I'm sure that's a good equivalent. I love it, Universal Disappointment. Thanks for being here. And as always, I love your profile picture. Big SpongeBob fan here. I don't care. This is a horror channel? Yeah? SpongeBob has some scary episodes, okay? When they do those close-up shots on anybody and it's just way too detailed, you're telling me that's not scary? You're crazy. You're crazy. Jake, should I see The Substance? Absolutely. It is the best horror film of the year so far. Holy crap. I was floored by it. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, Dennis Quaid. I almost said Denise Richards, and I'm like, that's not right at all. Dennis Quaid, though, all fantastic in that movie. Great performances all around. I think it's one of the best body horror films ever. Like, I think it's a top 10, if I'm being real. Hot take. Antidus is throwing $10 out there. Dude, thank you for supporting the page. I really appreciate you, Antidus. Saying, have you heard if the kills in Terrifier 3 are way more brutal than Terrifier 2? Yes, I have heard this. Multiple reviews now have been saying that Terrifier 3 has multiple kills that top the bedroom scene. And that's some big, that's some high praise right there. That's insane. If we end up going that far, I'm so here for that. When we got into covering Terrifier 3 and Damien Leone was talking about, like, we're totally topping the bedroom scene here. there was I'm not gonna lie, there was a little bit of doubt. I was like, I don't think he needs to do that. I mean, Terrifier 2 was insane with the bedroom scene. Like, that was nuts. I don't know how he could push it any farther. And now a lot of the early reviews are saying exactly that he's done it not once but twice here in this new flick, and that's so exciting. Like, that's so cool. Honestly, if I learned anything from this whole experience, it's never doubt. Never doubt Damien Leone. He's gonna give you something just completely insane. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait to see what's in store for us here in Terrifier 3, what that controversial opening's gonna look like. Juliet's fate, which I'm sure is going to be dire and not so great. Maybe a little grim. And whatever the hell is happening in the shower sequence, man, that looks so cool. Honestly, I think the shower scene is what I'm maybe the most excited for, weirdly enough. Like, I don't know if it's gonna, it's one of those things where the setup to it, which has already been teased to us in teasers, trailers, this, that, whatever, it doesn't look like it's anything like super new or groundbreaking, right? It's a couple boning in the shower who are, college kids boning in the shower. How many times have we seen that across multiple different slashers? But this seems like it's going to be the worst fate for those type of characters, maybe ever. So I'm so here for that. I can't wait to see what this is all about. What's that isn't there a David Lynch quote where he talks about like every story has already been told, but what's your version of it? I'm totally paraphrasing there, but that's what I think that's what I'm excited for the most with Terrifier 3. Like, it's not like the story is going to be anything groundbreaking, but it's the idea that's coming from Damien Leone. That's what I'm maybe the most excited for with this one. On top of those brutal kills as well. So Antidus, thank you so much for the $10 though, my friend. I really do appreciate you. And I'm betting on the Terrifier 3 kills being even more brutal than the last, which is wild. But Josh is saying this. I think Allie's kill still holds the crown. But the new scene is pretty close, maybe a tie. Wow. Okay, see, that's some honest and fair praise from Josh, who did work on this, and is kept very tight-lipped. I gotta admit. I've pried a little bit. I have pried a few times with Josh when we've talked off screen here, and I'm just like, you could tell me just like a little something, and no, Josh is Fort Knox over there. Won't tell me anything. So I admire that. I admire that about Josh a lot. I want to know something, but nothing. Can't get me anything. But I am excited to see what this new scene is all about. I can't wait. I'm so hyped for Thursday. I'm sure it's gonna blow my whole face off. Which I'm in the business of blowing faces off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all about that. Baja Stupid Jack, our local VTuber, is saying, watched Beyond today and wasn't as big on it as other people because I would put 285 and 94 as my favorite over it. I think Beyond might be my favorite, my new favorite, my new second favorite. Let's say that, because I think 94 is still better, and I think I even say that in my review. I was like, 94 is just like, it's just a perfect anthology. We're talking about the VHS franchise for those who are just like, what the fuck is going on here? That's a bunch of numbers. That is a bunch of numbers and a word. I don't know what's going on there. But the VHS franchise just released a brand new movie, VHS Beyond, for those who don't know. It's like surprisingly fantastic. It's getting some rave reviews from critics, and it's the 7th entry in a found footage anthology franchise. Like, what? How is this so good? I was over the moon about it personally. And I think the biggest surprise of it, at least for me, is how consistent it was. There's always like one segment in these movies that's just a little lesser than the others. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint that with this movie. Like, I would say maybe the wraparound, it wasn't necessarily my favorite, but that also the point of it was kind of to be a slow burn, a mockumentary style, like slow burn found footage thing. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was a lot of fun. It was still good. Like, I think Matt Donato was saying something about how like everything in this movie would be like a middle packs segment in any other flick from this franchise, and it's hard to disagree with that, man. I mean, these are some good segments, dude. Everyone brought their A game with this one. Even if something I will say though, I don't know if every single segment fits the theme. That's a criticism I do agree with Beyond, but I kind of don't mind because they're all pretty good. I kind of don't care that not all of them are technically sci-fi horror. I had a blast with every single one of them. I don't know. Really cool. It's like more than half of them are alien segments, and then like there's like 2 more that I'm like, that's kind of its own thing, but that's totally fine. I don't mind. It's all good stuff. I really liked it. It's one of my favorite horror flicks of the year. VHS Beyond rocks. I'm just waiting for the announcement that an 8th film is in the works. I'm gonna be real. Like, this one is killing it. It's exciting stuff. But we will get back. I promise we'll get back to Terrifier 3 here. I'm so hot on VHS Beyond right now. Loved it. Fart the Clown is saying 9 people walked out of the premiere of Terrifier 3 here in the UK. 5 of them were within the first 5 minutes. So I hate to be this guy. I hate to be the actually guy. But actually. 9 people walked out during the first, like, the opening scene, and then 2 more people walked out later on, according to director Damien Leone. I'm sorry, Fart the Clown. I hate to be that fucking guy. I hate when people do that to me in the comments. They're like, actually, Jake, you worded that wrong. And I'm just like, dog, I worded one thing wrong in a 15-minute video. Chill out. Trust me, I hate that shit, so I apologize. Not trying to be a dick. But I do think that is crazy, though. 11 people walked out of the UK screening. It's banned in France, like for minors, anyone under 18. That's crazy. What? I talk a little bit. I got a video coming out tomorrow talking a little bit about that, which is great. A lot of insane news from these early screenings across the entire world. There was a lot of crazy news that came out of the Australian early screening in Perth that I thought was like just completely nuts too. So I tried to hit on all those things in tomorrow's video. Go give it a watch. What do you think about the people walking out from the first 10 minutes? It's fucking wild, man. These movies will do that. I do remember during Terrifier 2, there was a lot of people who were saying that all the claims of people throwing up was all fake and stuff. I'm pretty sure it was real, man. Like, listen, I didn't necessarily see anybody myself throw up. I didn't see any of that, but I did see a few people leave during the bedroom scene. Like 2-3 people walked out right in the middle of that sequence. They couldn't handle it. And seeing all the pictures and videos of people like throwing up in the theaters, I believe it, man. I don't think it's staged even remotely. And now it's happening all over again. And we even have some credible sources saying they like helped people out of the theater who were like falling over and fainting during the film. It's crazy. I mean, it's completely insane. Wow. This is an event. I mean, this is a monumental horror outing. Love it or hate it, whatever you think about it. But I love it. I love that it's making waves. I love that it's just a brutal, very much so out there horror experience, man. I love it. I think 10, 20, 40 years from now, we're still going to be talking about Terrifiers 2 and 3. Erica is saying, please remember to hit that like button, if you want. If you want to show a little more love, then hit the subscribe button and poke that little bell. Sure, why not? Also, you never miss a video or live. Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, it helps out old Jake. October right now, it's prime time. It's great. But as soon as November hits, boo, nothing. Goes all the way back down to 0. So hitting all those buttons and stuff, it's a little thing for you. It's a big thing for old Jake. So I would appreciate that. A massive shout out to everyone who already has done that. Brady Harding is saying the main thing I can hope for with this movie is more lore and answers, since I think they often do get a little carried away, although I'm not complaining, with topping themselves to actually expand. Like, you're saying they don't really explain a lot of the things happening. And to that, I agree. I think there are some things in Terrifier 2 they just couldn't do with the lower budget that they had. And now I think we're going to start to see a little more of that here in Terrifier 3. I mean, the demon in the trailer, I'm like, that is totally part of Art the Clown's backstory. We're hearing from a lot of early reviews that like there's a holy war brewing, which makes me think like Art the Clown really is a demon. There's going to be like some angels and demons bullshit now thrown into the mix, which is it's exciting in my opinion. I'm excited to see how they potentially maybe wrap that up in the next film, especially with trying to make a film that is still a simplistic, fun slasher, but also making it and kind of twisting it into this bigger thing, into this ultimate climax for the story. I'm curious to see where that goes and how they end up doing it. I think anything can be executed well as long as you know what you're doing and you still end up making a film that fans will like, or doing what Joker 2 did and completely going against the fans and trying and making something else. We see that not working for some people. For a totally different group of people, though, it really is working for them, and I think that's really Joker 2 is a really interesting study. I love seeing all the different reviews from it. I have not seen the film yet, but it's from what I've gathered, it looks like fans of the original, they're not really crazy about it, but like some newcomers were like, "Ooh, I really like this one." I've even seen some people say they like Joker 2 over the original, which is nuts. But I don't know. It doesn't really sound like my bag, my cup of tea, but it's cool. It's cool seeing all these different reviews for this film. So tough for me to judge, but that just seems like the situation there, which hopefully Terrifier 4, whatever that ends up being, knows what its audience wants, and still subverts expectations, does something exceptional. Joey Green is saying he was inspired by Psycho for the shower scene. He said in an interview, and Scarface, the shower scene from Scarface. as well, which features a chainsaw. Someone getting fucked up with a chainsaw. I love that. It's good stuff. It's a mix of both. Anyone gonna get the Arthur Claus Christmas tree sunglasses? I wanted to get them, and I just totally forgot to order them, my dude. I wanted to wear them to the screening this Thursday, and I was just like, oh, completely forgot. Damn. Brutal. But they do look really cool. Would love to pick some of those up. Matt Bell is saying, this weekend be like, no, the real Art the Clown. Perfection. I love it. Exciting stuff. This weekend's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. It's gonna be sick. Jake, I just watched The Substance. I just have to say, crazy body horror ending. Absolutely, my friend. No spoilers yet for this one. I know most people have probably seen it. But The Substance, whew, it rocked. The last 15 minutes of that movie blew my fucking mind, ripped my face off, and put it back on. I loved it. It's truly one of the best horror flicks of the year. It's gonna be tough to beat that one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think Terrifier 3 will ultimately be my favorite by the time we get to year's end. But The Substance was good, dude. That was a mind melter right there. It's almost the end of the year. What are your most hyped movies for 2025? For me, it's The Strangers Chapter 2 and 3. I need them now. Man, I wish I was excited for those. I really wish I was, but part 1 gave me absolutely no faith in what's to come. I love The Strangers too, man. Like, those first 2 Strangers movies are some of my favorite slashers from the respective time periods. They're so good. And then this one is just so completely goes against, you want to talk about a new sequel going against what the fans want. Oh my God. The Strangers Chapter 1 missed the mark every which way, man. It sucks. But for 2025, what am I the most hyped for? There's a lot of good stuff coming out next year. We got Megan 2. I'm excited for the Megan sequel, honestly. I know that's weird, it's crazy to say, but one of the Blumhouse films I actually didn't hate in recent memory. So I'm excited to see what they do with the sequel. Is it going to be more fun, campy, goofy shit? I hope so. That's what I'm here for. I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, though, talking about wanting a scary killer doll flick. And I think that would be cool too. I would love to see another just genuine, straightforward horror killer doll flick. I feel like all of them nowadays are kind of goofy, silly, like the Chucky show, Megan. A lot of these are more goofy. But I want to see something like a straightforward, terrifying killer doll flick at some point in the future. That would be awesome. I don't know why I can't think of more 2025 horror movies off the top of my head. I'm excited for Megan 2, though. That's definitely not top of my list. I promise you that. But there is a lot of good stuff coming out next year. Actually, I was just talking about January horror. We have this new film called Companion. I believe it's coming out January 10th. This is one to keep your eye on because it's coming from producer Zach Krager, who directed Barbarian. And I'm excited to see what this is all about. From the trailer, it stars Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. It seems like Jack Quaid's some kind of maniac who kidnaps Sophie Thatcher. That's my guess. We don't even have a full plot description or nothing. But I'm really excited to see what this one's all about. Looks good. Looks really good. And it kind of if I had a big prediction of where this one's going to go, I'm almost thinking it could be if the opening of Barbarian, that was the actual movie versus having a monster in the basement kind of thing. That would be cool. That would be totally sick if we could see that fleshed out. Maybe I know some people, that was a big complaint about Barbarian, was people loved the opening, but when it got into the weird shit later on, people just weren't into that. But for me, I loved Barbarian because it was able to do all those different things well. It tells, if you haven't, it's tough for me. I don't want to go too far into this for people who haven't seen it. I know this one's a little more obscure because there's no physical release. It's barely on a streaming service these days, but check it out if you've never seen it. It's kind of all over the place. It does a lot of different things, and I think it does all of them well. What else is going on here? Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3? Yeah, I want to do a video about this too. There's a lot of new TCU flicks that just got announced. A lot of new Twisted Childhood Universe flicks coming soon, which is exciting. We got some new ones announced too. We knew about a few of them, right? We knew about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. We knew about Pinocchio Unstrung, the Pooniverse film, the big collective movie all coming together. But now there's some new ones that just got announced. We know that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 is happening, but it's happening after the Pooniverse collective flick. I'm excited for it, man. I actually really enjoyed Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. I did not think it was going to be I didn't think it was going to be that great. I'm going to be honest. And they stepped it up every which way. And it kind of blew me out of the water, man. I take back anything bad I said about Jagged Edge because I think they killed it with that sequel. It was a lot of fun. You want to watch the VHS anthology? Is that what you're saying, SpongeBob Balloon? I love how your name is SpongeBob Balloon, but you have a picture of Josh Hutcherson, I think from Five Nights at Freddy's. I just think it's funny. It's just subverted expectations with the profile picture. Dude, watch the VHS movies. They're so much fun. They're every single time. They are an absolute blast. Super ambitious. Just a great space for fresh ideas. That's the biggest thing. It's my biggest draw to those movies. You did not like the Fur Babies segment. Oh, that's no good. I'm going to be honest. Fur Babies, it might be my favorite from that new movie. It totally stands out, and it is not sci-fi horror like at all. It's more like just straight up body horror. It's basically Tusk, but with a twist. I loved it. I thought it was so fun. I was in tears laughing. I thought it was excellent. Very good stuff. Ray, channel member, thank you so much, saying I need to catch up on the VHS movies. The last one I saw was Viral. Dude, you got 4 good movies to watch, let me tell you. I think some people just hate the VHS movies. Maybe they're an acquired taste. Maybe I'm just weird, but I don't know. 94, 99, 85, and beyond have all been my fucking cup of tea. I loved all 4 of them. Some are definitely better than others. I think 94 and beyond are like the cream of the crop, but at 99 and 85 have got some banger segments, dude. There's some really good stuff in there. Live and Let Dive is amazing. It absolutely is. It's an excellent VFX showcase. Like that is, I can't praise that enough. All the effects looked really good in that whole thing. There are a little bit of practicals too. There's like one instance I can think of that's a really good practical effect, but the VFX, man, looked really good. Excellent stuff across the board there. Rudawaya is saying, just wanted to also say that I watched Terrifier 2 again for the second time with my parents, and my mom was absolutely disgusted with the film. But she didn't puke. She'll be fine. Good. I'm glad she didn't puke. She held it back. That's so funny. I occasionally watch horror films with my mom as well, and she sometimes it's too much. She loved Saw X though, which I made her watch on Christmas. That's how terrible of a son I am. But she actually loved Saw X, which I think is really funny. I love that. I think that's just wonderful. So we could have watched Christmas Vacation. Nah, we're watching Saw X. Come on now. It's good stuff. APVR is saying, I watched your horror short, genuinely so impressive. Loved it so much, had so much fun. Hope you make more. Thank you. You might be seeing another one sometime soon. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, and again, we made that in 48 hours, so it's a little rough around the edges, but I think it was a lot of fun to make. I think it's a good idea too. I genuinely think like that's an idea we could expand in the future into something bigger, but for right now, I'm just happy with where it is right now. It's a goofy little thing, and I shaved my whole ass head for it. For those who didn't see earlier, yeah, I'm bald. Bald. I'll put it back on, so I'll spare you guys of that shit. But I suffered for my art a little bit this past weekend. Let's just say that. Go watch the short for context. If you're just like, what the hell happened there? What's going on? Shout out to Justin Martinez and Chris Diaz, who both did some VFX for Terrifier 3 and did all the VFX for VHS Beyond. So, Josh, you probably know a little more about this than I do. I was reading that that's your name. That Justin Martinez has been doing the VFX for the VHS franchise for a long time now. I don't know. Like, is that what's up with that? Like, what else has he done in the franchise? I'm just curious. I was just curious about that. I'm thinking about doing a big video, like deep diving into the VHS franchise, and I wanted to ask that if you were aware or not. If you knew. Just curious. I know you're part of like the cool cats of the VFX horror gang, so like I had to ask, and I'm just curious what's up with all that. Kay is saying, gotta head out, but glad I was able to catch your live stream, Jake. Can't wait to discuss Terrifier 3 with you. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out with us while you could. And I can't wait to talk about the movie this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Look when Terrifier 4 comes out. If there's a double feature with that, then bet I'll watch them both. Oh, can you imagine Terrifier 3 and 4 in the theater, like doing another double feature, just like how they're doing now with 2 and 3? That'd be a lot of fun. It'd be awesome. It'd be some good stuff. Hopefully that ends up happening. Baja is saying I had fun with Beyond, just not as good as the others, is all. Did you say 94 was your favorite earlier? You said you like 94, 85, and 2 better. 2 is good. 2's good. the Alien segment, especially in 2, has grown on me, especially after seeing Kids vs. Aliens, the spin-off flick. I didn't like it at first. I'm going to be honest. The first time I saw it, I was like, the kids are just so mean to each other. I can't stand some of the characters in that one. But seeing that a little more fleshed out in the full feature, which is on Shudder right now, I implore you to watch that. If you were like me and you were like, I hate that segment, like that one sucks, watch the full segment, because it makes, in context, everything makes a little more sense. It's just like, oh wow, had they developed those characters enough, this is awesome. It's the full feature is fantastic. It's a quick watch, it's really fun, super in your face and crazy. It's good stuff. But I love VHS too. It's awesome. Most of the segments are good. Most of them are good. Josh is saying, I can confirm it was real and surprised everyone. Damien and I were texting about how mind blown we were. Talking a little bit about the screenings and how everyone got sick and shit. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy shit. Some crazy stuff with that one. I really... when I remember hearing those reports, and I kind of believed it, man. You know, you see that first movie, you see a girl get sawn in half from genitals to neck. It's upsetting, man. I mean, the first time I watched it, I was, ooh, God, I almost was, you know, hiding in my hands, trying to get away from how horrible this was. I could totally see how someone just walking into this movie thinking it's just going to be another horror flick, getting totally like just shell shocked by what's happening on screen with Terrifier 2, and now with Terrifier 3, it's happening again. So. It's nuts. It's really nuts. But you also got to think about like the last, 10 years of horror, probably. It really has been more tame. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, horror sucks nowadays. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think horror has just, evolved. And it's just, it goes through phases, right? Sometimes it gets really in your face and gory, like how it is we're going through a little phase like that right now, just like in the thousands. But, in the 2010s, a lot of just different kinds of horror came to prominence, right? We had like, I hate this term, but like the elevated horror, your A24 horror movies were like a big thing, which love them or hate them, they were really popular for a while there. And also a lot of like Blumhouse horror movies were a really big thing in the 2010s. There was just a lot of different shifts in horror that just didn't necessarily lend themselves to a more brutal take. There was some stuff, of course, but nothing like ultra popular like Terrifier is now. So yeah, people were probably just fucking shocked by seeing that again on the big screen, something new in that realm here in the 2020s. And I love that. I think it's wonderful. I think it's horrible. Stay safe. Make sure everyone's safe at the screenings, of course. But I think it's awesome that we have a boundary pushing horror flick in theaters again. These are things that are needed. These are things that are needed, just like new entries in all the different subgenres out there to constantly make new things and push tell the same story but from a different perspective. I love it. I think it's fun. Cabana Steve is saying people thought people left at the end of The Substance because it was gross, but really because it turned a little dumb. Oh, I liked the ending. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like the ending because it's too in your face, it's too bloody, but man, I don't know, that just gets your point across, in my opinion. I think without that, what would the movie even be, if you didn't have that ending? I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but if you didn't have that ending, I just don't know what the point of all that setup would have been, I guess. Brady is saying David even stated the very true fact that they wouldn't even have the money back then to fake that stuff. And that's true. They had $250K to just make the movie, and all of that went towards the movie. Let me tell you. I mean, we made a no budget film this past weekend, and all of us ended up still spending a bunch of money on it just to make it happen. Movies cost money and they take time, dude. Like, some people don't realize that. Some people don't realize how much effort goes into making a film, but it's a lot, dude. It is a lot. Especially learning about all the things that Damien put into part 2, editing it, doing a lot of the effects, directing, writing. I mean, oh my God, he was wearing all the hats. He was wearing a lot of hats, man. It's great. It's a lot of work, and I respect Damien for that a lot. I have a lot of admiration for the dude. Jake, do you think Terrifier 3 is going to get 20 million or 50 million at the box office? See, it's tough. It's an unrated horror flick, This is it's going to be a tougher one to make. I'm not going to say it's a tougher one to make money, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, PG-13 horror, right? More people can go to that. That means it's going to easily make more money. This had like what is it? What are they estimating for this one? Like 4 million was the budget, like roughly with this flick, 3.5 to 4 million or whatever. I could totally see it being in the realm of like 20 million, 20 to 30 million for sure. They're doing a lot of crazy advertising with this one. People are going to show up to the theaters for sure. But you got, again, it is unrated. So that's, some people are going to be, tossed to the side for that reason, unfortunately. Some people are just not going to be able to get in. We had someone in the chat earlier who was saying, like, I would love to go see this in the theater, but my mom won't let me. Right? We have the younger crowd who is excited to see this for sure, but like they just might not be able to get into the theater kind of thing. So I could totally see this one breaking 20 million though. I could totally see that. Does it go all the way to 50 million? God, I hope. Holy shit, that would be so cool. that would be awesome. $50 million for an unrated, insane splatter flick like this, that would be completely nuts. I would be so down for that. I hope it happens. I hope this just breaks box office records and does a bunch of crazy shit. But I don't know. I really don't know. The marketing campaign has been fantastic for this. Art the Clown is undeniably an icon now. There's really it's a little unpredictable. I'm sure it's going to do well. I'm sure it's going to make money, like for sure. But how far does it go? How far up does that number trend? Rivgo Crazy is saying, what do you think will happen to Victoria? I don't think she's making it through this movie. I got to be real. I just got a feeling. I don't even have a whole lot of reasons to believe otherwise, except for the fact that she's not really featured in too much of the trailer, right? Victoria's in a few sequences and then she's gone. And we also get a sequence where, a little self, I might get in trouble for saying this, but I kind of, whatever. There's a self-mutilation scene with Victoria Hayes. And it makes me think that, she might, a certain word I can't say here on YouTube, which I think is dumb because in context, I'm just talking about movies. She might do that to herself in order to maybe hype up, build up Art the Clown, bring him back to his true form kind of thing. I don't know. Or maybe Art the Clown just kills her after she helps him escape or something. I don't know. He's a mean guy like that. He's a dick. So maybe that's the route we end up going with this one. And it's brutal. It's upsetting. Maybe that's the controversial opening that we've all been talking about. But I don't think Victoria is going to make it long. I'll tell you that much. We don't see much of her in the trailer. Why is she not hanging out with Art the Clown the whole time? Maybe it's because she's dead. So we might be finally putting a pin in that character and, using her to bring Art the Clown back to life for this entry, and then she's gone. Maybe I think that's the case, ultimately, in a very general context, right? Feel like I'm close with that one. So glad that Friday is a weekend for me so I can go watch Terrifier 3. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy, and then come on back to the stream. We'll talk all about it. Be a good time. Art the Clown is saying hello. Hello, Art. How are you? Didn't know you could speak, but welcome. I guess you can type, though, huh? You got fingers. So good stuff. 44-4G. Feel like I'm talking to a bot here, but what's up, my friend? How you doing? How you doing? Saying I bought my ticket for myself this weekend. That's fantastic. I hope you enjoy, even with your robotic name. I'm just messing with you, dog. Welcome in, welcome in. Grumpy Gorehound, you're a member. Thank you so much for the support. Saying I have no doubt the reports of audience reactions are true, but I'm worried that those who suffered such reactions had weak stomachs, and I'm going to wind up thinking, really? Pussy. I'm not going to say that. I almost said it. Ugh. When I see it. I think that, yeah, some people just don't watch horror flicks all the time, and then they go in and they see a big flick like this, and then they're just like, oh my God, this is insane. They can't end up handling it. I mean, I have a friend who would faint if they saw blood. I have a friend who if they saw blood and someone just get a little cut on their finger or something, they would faint and pass out. Everyone's just got a different human experience going on. I think that's really what it is at the end of the day. We're all different people. We all have different reactions to different things. Some people are allergic to peanut butter, and others we can fucking get our whole hand in there and just start scooping it down, right? I think it's the same thing with this stuff. People just have crazy differences like that. Some of us can handle horror flicks, some of us can't. Some of us can handle a little bit of horror, but the extreme stuff is just too much. We have some people here. I obviously have a lot of Scream people who are subscribed to the page after my years and years of covering Screams 5 and 6. And a lot of people are like, I just can't do the Terrifier flicks. They're too much for me. I just can't enjoy that. And I respect it. Everyone's got a different opinion. And like I said, we all got a different human experience going on, which is cool. Josh is also talking a little bit about Shelby Oaks. I'm going to be honest, Josh, I have not been keeping up with that one. I did just find a way to see 4:30 movie though. I got a screener for that, which is so cool because I couldn't get out to the theater to see it, but I got someone sending me like a digital link or something to see that one. I've been meaning to watch that movie. But what's up with Shelby Oaks? I know Neon. I was gonna say something else. Neon got the distribution rights, but I don't know when that's premiering. I actually, maybe I'm just forgetting because I want to say it was coming out this year, right? No, release date. It's saying 2025. I think maybe, I don't know, not 100% sure. But I'm dying to see this one, directed by Chris Stuckman, one of my favorite reviewers. I used to watch his stuff back in the day all the time. So I can't wait to see what this is all about. It's a found footage horror flick from him. I'm sure it's going to be cool. I can't wait for it, dude. Hyped for Shelby Oaks. Want to hear something crazy? The theater I went... Yes, I want to hear something crazy. Sorry, I wanted to say that. The theater I went to see Scream 7 had less... You went to see Scream 7. What? Had less people than Terrifier 3 seats right now, and it's the same theater. Scream is way bigger than Terrifier. You mean Scream 6? I imagine you went to go see Scream 6. Had less people than the Terrifier 3 seats right now, and it's the same theater. So more people are showing up for Terrifier 3 than Scream 6 is what you're saying. That's nuts. We were in a packed theater for Scream 6, and I think that really aided to the whole experience, man. Everybody was like whooping, hollering, losing their minds at that opening scene. It was a lot of fun, dude. The Scream 6, that was one of the better theater experiences I think I've ever had in my life. You're already gonna put Terrifier 3 over Nosferatu. I'm sure I'm gonna love Nosferatu, and I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. But I think I really value, I'm not trying to dunk on Nosferatu by saying this, but I think I just value, like, having fun with a horror flick. That makes it more rewatchable for me. Like, I can watch, like, Terrifier 2 over and over and over again. I'm not watching The Witch, like, 1,000 times. It's wonderful, and it's fantastic. It's so terrifying. It's a really well-done horror flick from Robert Eggers, but it's not exactly, like, super accessible, right? I'm not putting The Witch on before I go to bed. Like, I love it. It's a really well-made movie, and it's terrifying in a very sophisticated way. I respect the film majorly, but there have been times where I try to put it on and I just can't get through it because it's a lot. It's a very heavy film. You really gotta sit there and like laser focus into it. Sometimes I just want to throw on some garbage. Sometimes I just want to throw on some fast food horror and just vibe with it and have a good time. Maybe talk with my buddies in between some of the action sequences kind of thing, right? I'm excited for Nosferatu, but I feel like it is definitely going to be that kind of film. And I'm here for that. I love those kind of movies too, don't get me wrong. Nosferatu is going to be great. But I think what my favorite kinds of horror flicks are those, just campy, fun, bloody, over-the-top horror flicks. Those are the ones I gravitate to the most, for sure. Like Evil Dead 2013, one of my favorite horror flicks of all time. It is over-the-top, supernatural, blood and guts, characters getting ripped apart, while, yes, being a little sympathetic, that a movie like Nosferatu likely, just doesn't have those elements. It's a different kind of flick that is also very good in its own right, but maybe not something that I would put on before bed to fall asleep to just vibe out, right? I guess with me, something like Terrifier doesn't necessarily scare me. It's things like Nosferatu and The Witch and those slower burn, dreadful horror flicks that really fuck me up. So that's something I'll watch like as long as I can watch something else after it, or I'm not sleeping. I got I'm having nightmares. I'm staying up. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about Nosferatu creeping out of my goddamn closet here. You know what I mean? I'm not really scared of Art the Clown. I love him. I think he's hilarious. I have a great time watching him all the time. I could watch 5 fucking hours of Art the Clown, but I don't know if I'm scared of him, kind of thing. He's a silly little guy, and I love him. He's great. What else are we talking about up in here? Also, I'm kind of worried about Scream 7's future since they announced the release date so early. I imagine that release date is going to get pushed. I'm just going to be real. We know nothing about a full cast list yet. They have a release date. I'm predicting we see it in April of 2026 if I had to guess. I don't think it's coming out in February, dog. Like, we don't have a full cast list. They're supposed to be filming at the top of next year. Ugh. We just heard from Courtney Cox that they're still doing script rewrites. That's worrisome. I don't know what's going on with Scream 7, but it might end up being a mixed bag. I'm trying to stay optimistic with it though right now because again, maybe tomorrow we get fucking announcements, right? And then all this whole narrative goes out to the wayside, right? So it's really hard for me to say right now. I am definitely getting worried about Scream 7, but I imagine those announcements are coming soon, right? Cautiously optimistic with that one for sure. Josh is saying I had Barbarian spoiled for me a year before it came out. What? Wish I could have seen it fresh. One of my favorite movies that my name is on. Oh, you worked on Barbarian? No fucking way, dude. Josh, let me tell you this. I don't know if I've ever told you this or not, but when I saw Barbarian in the theaters, I had to work the next day. Like I was working at Chipotle when I was when I saw Barbarian. Or was I working somewhere else? I was working somewhere. Point being, I had to work the next day. I saw it at maybe like a 7:20 showing or something like that. I bought the ticket for the next showing. I had to see it again. It was that good. This movie spoke to me. I think it is just one of those like perfect horror films that come out in the 2020s so far. I love every second of it. So well cast, so scary, so out there, so weird, and I really loved every second of this one, man. That's a top 10 from the decade so far for me personally. Barbarian is so great. Maybe one day we'll finally get a physical release of it, but God, I love that one. Seeing that one fresh was mind-blowing, dude. So good. Darth Chosen is saying, what's up, Jake? I'm going to, not much, dog. How are you? Gonna see Terrifier 3 this week. That's awesome. And you're just so excited to see Arthur Claus. Arthur Claus is coming to town, and he does not have any presents. He just has blood. I love it, dog. I cannot wait to see this one. I hope you enjoy it. Stop on by all the crazy streams we're doing this weekend, too. It's going to be a good time. We're doing a non-spoiler stream on Saturday, and then we're doing a spoiler stream on Monday. So if you're not able to make it to the Saturday one, we can talk spoilers on Monday. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Some good stuff coming up in the future, for sure. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher that name. Shirame Crumble? What's up, fella? How you doing? This is the third movie. If you're walking out of it, you need to be drug tested. Like, you know what kind of movie you're walking into. Some people might be seeing this one for the first time, you know? I mean, the thing I will give the benefit of the doubt to is Terrifier 3 is definitely, like, has the biggest marketing campaign, has the most money behind it, all that, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? This is the first, like, real big release the Terrifier franchise has had. I mean, sure, Terrifier 2, you know, got extended and extended and extended, like, forever, like, throughout the entire month of October. That was awesome. That was still an indie horror release, man. It ended up making a shit ton of money, which is great. I'm really thankful for that. But Terrifier 2, man, it was just an Indiegogo campaign movie, and they were able to make it. That's awesome, you know? But now Terrifier 3, this is getting some real coverage. This is getting some, like people are all across the board are losing their minds about this one. This is the horror movie of the year. Terrifier 2 was the surprise hit of 2022, but Terrifier 3, this has been anticipated. You know, people are like, oh, for those who discovered Terrifier from after T2's release, after it got so much buzz, people are coming to Terrifier 3 and they're like, what's this all, you know, what's the sequel all about now? So if Terrifier 4, we still have this shit, then I'll agree with you. If Terrifier 4, we still have people going in, they're like, I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting this from the Terrifier franchise. Okay, you know, then I'll agree with you. But for right now, I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt, I should say. Excited for Saw 11, and I know what you did last summer in 2025. These are definitely some ones to look forward to, Brian Phillips. I hope we get Saw 11 next year. Tell you what, man, I'm hearing that there's been some delays with that, some little bit of turbulence that flick is having. I'm not sure if it's like creative differences or what, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Sounds like it's getting delayed from a lot of sources that I kind of trust, more third-party sources for sure. But I'm hearing some not great things about Saw 11, which makes me sad. I hope they're able to figure it out, and I hope this new movie comes out soon. I think I'm not gonna lie, like, this might be a little morbid, and I hate to go to this place, but you know, Tobin Bell is getting up there, man. He's 82, and whew, man, it would just be a major bummer if we lost him before we finished out this whole Saw prequel thing that's going on. Rumor has it Saw 11 and 12 are in the works right now. And it would just be a major bummer if we didn't have him for that. Tobin Bell makes Saw, in my opinion. I think we learned that from Spiral. Like, you gotta have him, you know. And this is probably the swan song, it sounds like, of Saw, this little prequel trilogy maybe thing we're doing here. So I'm really hoping we get to finish that out and get to make that happen before. Yeah, morbid, right? Jeez, don't even want to talk about that. Love Tobin Bell so much love for that man. And the I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel, it sounds like they're getting things back on track. I know we lost the cast member there due to some scheduling conflicts, but we got a new cast member as of today whose name is completely slipping me. But I'm excited to see what that all ends up being. You know, I'm excited to see if that's good. We need another good I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, man. It's been rough for that franchise for the last movie and TV series. So let's see what's up. Jake is so bald that the sun could reflect off of him and cause a forest fire. It's true. It is absolutely true. I shaved my head for a movie this past weekend, and now I look like this. I feel like I got like a new metal look going on here. I don't know if that even makes sense, if that even reads or not, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. In the 90s, I would be the coolest cat ever, I feel. but right now, I think I look just kind of scary. So I'm keeping the beanie on until it grows back. I'm glad I did this before winter too. This is perfect. I can keep the beanie on all winter. No one will look at me funny or nothing. It's great. But hopefully it grows back. You know, fingers crossed. Dear God, let's hope. Let's hope for sure. Becca is saying that VHS 2 and 99 are the best VHS films. Great entries. Hard to disagree with that one. Love both of those for sure. 99 has actually 99 and 2 have some of my favorite VHS segments for sure. So it's really tough to disagree with that one. The Flying Lotus one in 99 just does it for me. I love it. It's so gross and weird. And the zombie segment in part 2 is great. I also love Timo Gigantos in part 2. I think everyone says that's their favorite VHS segment. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Oh, it's awesome. But I think there are some other ones that I like even more, which is crazy. The Scott Derrickson one in 85, I don't think it's enough love. I think that's a top 10 VHS segment. That's so good. I don't care if it's just the black phone. It's excellent. It's so well done. But no, it's good stuff. There's so much to love in the VHS franchise for sure. Allison is saying the movie's gory deaths are fucking amazing. Well, don't spoil them, Allison. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know until Thursday. On Thursday, we'll talk about it. It'll be great. Darth Chosen is saying my friend and I. Oh, I'm just being an asshole now. Me and my friend will rewatch Terrifier 1 and 2 tomorrow to be prepared for the third one. Very nice. I'm doing a horror hot takes where I'm covering either. I think I'm going to try to do both. I don't want to make that promise, but I'm definitely at least doing a horror hot takes this week on one of these films. I want to cover both in the same video, but that might be a lot. I don't know if I'm going to have time for that. Old Jake has got a busy week. Trying to do a very big Terrifier 3 deep dive video for Friday, and making all that happen is going to be a lot. So no promises. I'm gonna do my absolute best to get some Patreon exclusive videos out there, as well as a big gigantic Terrifier video at the end of the week. But I'm trying here, man. Trying to make it all happen. It's nuts. Justin is no joke. I feel like now is his time to shine. He was a director, writer, and did VFX for the first VHS, and I believe VFX for all of them since. He directed a Southbound segment as well. Oh, he did. I forgot about that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen Southbound and you're a VHS fan, I could not recommend this movie enough. I think it is so well done. I watched this while I was on vacation, and it totally took me by surprise. I was trying to get more into like radio silence stuff. Whew! Really, it's so good. It's great. If you love like the anthology format of VHS, you will dig Southbound. They do something really experimental with it as well, which I really like. There's a certain, let's say there's a certain loop to it that I really like. That's all I'll say. But love Southbound, so good, man. Justin Martinez rocks. Josh Petrino is saying, I'll tell you how I ended up working on Barbarian next time we chat. I would love to know what you did on that for sure. Would love to get into that with you if you don't mind. Coconut Dream. I love the name. I love the name so much. I love having coconut dreams. I'm a big tropical guy, so very good stuff here. Terrifier 3 is brilliant. David Howard Thornton has outdone himself with this performance. Holy shit, felt a bit lightheaded a few times, but it was the most fun cinema experience I've had. I appreciate the spoiler-free review there, my friend. I really appreciate this. I hope you had a great time watching it. Sounds like you did, and I can't wait. I'm joining you on Thursday here, and we're going to talk about it all weekend. It's going to be a good time. But I'm so glad you enjoyed it, my friend. I'm hyped for this one. Hyped up. It's going to be awesome. Timothy Meads is going to watch The Lighthouse and The Witch tonight. Very nice. I absolutely got to rewatch those before Nosferatu comes out. I might do a big video on Eggers' whole career so far, because I just love all three of his movies. I think they're all just so well done. Great stuff across the board. Great stuff. You're not sure it'll grow back? I hate to be this fucking guy, but I do have some pretty good genes. Both of my folks have had parents that had full heads of hair their whole life. So I think I'll be okay. I really do. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that it grows back. But worth it. Worth it for sacrifice for my art. Watch our short film. Check it out. I shaved my whole ass head for it. So I think that's enough, right? That's enough. That's 6 minutes of your time. I shaved my head so that you guys will watch a 6-minute little short. Come on now. Give it a watch. Saw the Flying Lotus segment at TIFF and it got me. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so awesome. I wish I could have made it out to one of these premieres. I tried to make it out to what was it? Fantastic Fest this year. I just couldn't. Wasn't in the cards, unfortunately, but I would have loved to have seen that segment in theaters. It's awesome. 99 rocks so hard, dude. Excellent stuff. Hey, Jake, I won't be around much this week. We live in Florida and have Hurricane Milton hitting on Thursday. Please keep our state in your channel's prayers. I absolutely will. I hope you're staying safe. Fort Misery Gaming, I know, you got stuff going on, clearly. But if you can come in these chats and just, give us an update on how you are, we all care about you here. So really hope you're doing okay, my friend. Love, thoughts, prayers, all that stuff going your way, my friend. So hope you're doing okay. So much love. Stay safe. Do anything you can to just, make sure you're doing all right, man. It's crazy shit out there right now. Suggestion, you should do a horror hot take on All Hallows Eve and anything OG Art the Clown. I feel like everyone has heard everything about Terrifier and Terrifier 2, but not a lot of people have visited the early stuff or broken it down properly. That's a very good point, if I'm being real. I was actually thinking about doing some kind of big video on All Hallows Eve. I just never got around to it before Terrifier 3 came out. Your boy's been just very busy. With all the different videos and stuff, but I would love to do that. That would be a lot of fun. All Hallows Eve, it really is a good flick. Like, I think it's got a lot of fun to it. So I would love to do something with that in the future. That's a really good point. I'm gonna do this big Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2 video, but I might just do All Hallows Eve next. That would be perfect. We got a little visitor here. Hey, Church, come here. My cat is named after Pet Cemetery. Come here. Come on up. You can do it, buddy. I'm showing you my cat. I don't care. Come here, bud. Oh. There she is. I think she wants to go down. There we go. That's all right. She's so wonderful. I love my cat so much. I have Church and I have Kevin. He's just Kevin, not named after anything in particular. We just thought we'd give him a human name, a respectable name. That is we call her Church, but her full name is Winona Churchill. So she's a lady cat. So it makes it a little different than the Pet Cemetery one, right? There we go. We got something. Any news for Trick or Treat 2? Magnificent Logo asks. Dude, nothing, man. Nothing, unfortunately. Michael Dougherty said, like, maybe, I want to say like a year ago now, that, hey, Trick or Treat 2, man, it's happening, and then nothing. Makes me sad. I really want to see Trick or Treat 2. I would love to see that, man. Sam has been like the unofficial mascot of Halloween for a very long time now, and of Spirit Halloween, for fuck's sake. Would love to see more Sam, more Trick or Treat, more anthology flicks like that. That would be fun. And especially with VHS being so popular now, man. Trick or Treat coming back would be excellent. It'd be a big hit, I think, if it were to come back in some capacity. Do a 4 or 5 parter on All Hallows Eve. You know what? I'll try. I'll talk about every angle and shot and frame of that. Some people would love that, man. It's crazy. I think the YouTube crowd really loves details. That's something I've really learned in the last year with some of these bigger videos. People love learning details about things, even if minute. People love them, whatever they end up being. Without going into spoilers, what cameo and beyond had me like, what? Oh, there was some spoilers during the wraparounds. There's a YouTube channel. That's all I'll say. That's in there that I'm like, I can't believe they're in this. I like literally just checked out this channel. That's what I'll say. Like, I just became a fan of this channel. And they're in the movie. Like, and I'm just like, what? What do you mean they're in this movie? That's insane. But I loved that. I loved seeing them in there. Cat's still bouncing around. Oh my, she broke my, no way. Churchers, what you doing? I went to Spirit Halloween, donated and everything, and there we go. The bracelet's done for. Come here. Here. I get to play with my cat on a live stream. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty fun. Crazy stuff. Josh is saying, LOL, dude, I reached out to them. Like, why didn't you tell me you were in VHS Beyond? Same thing happened to me. I was like, what? What do you mean? No way. We were just talking about these folks. It's so cool. Crazy stuff. The Ribbit is hanging out with us. Dude, thanks for modding. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Saying I watched VHS 94 the other day. It was really good. 94 rocks. Very good stuff. Hail Ratma. That might be my favorite segment of all time. Might be my favorite VHS segment for sure. Oh, you meant start at the beginning and work your way up to the top. I got you. We'll do it. We'll get through the whole damn thing. Dear God, that's gonna be a long video. I might end up doing that this week if I got time. Oh, oh Lord. Magnificent Logo is reminding us that Billy the Puppet is coming to Fortnite. That's tomorrow. Holy crap! I should stream it. Should I become a Fortnite streamer? Should I just do that now? I'd probably get more subscribers than what I got on here if I'm being totally real, which is upsetting. But you met those guys from the wraparound? Oh, that's awesome. They were filming at your job. That's dope. That's dope, dude. It's good stuff. I'm jealous. Must have been sick. Ghoul Games is hanging out with us. Hi. Hello. What's up, Ghouly Games? What's up? What's up? What's up? You want to play some Fortnite, Josh? Let's do it. Let's get on the live stream and play Fortnite. Screw it. Why do this? Why talk about horror flicks when we could just play Fortnite? Honestly, that's that's what I'm using. That's what I'm realizing about the YouTube algorithm. They're just like, play Fortnite. Play games that have been played to death on this platform, and you'll get more views. Deuces Jake, thank you, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us, Darth. I appreciate you. Thanks for being thanks for supporting the page. Really do appreciate that a bunch. You know, I actually meant, I had a sticky note right here saying let's give away 5 memberships tonight. I totally forgot about that until right now. So since most of you guys have been watching for an hour, let's run this shit. Let's do some membership gifting here. All right, we're gifting 5 memberships. 5 of you guys are gonna get some memberships. See what's up. See who gets them. And bam! All right, who's getting them? Let's read these out. It's exciting. All right, the Ribbit was just gifted a membership. That's awesome. Baja Stupid Jack VTuber. I don't think you're stupid, by the way. It's in your name and I gotta read it. You were gifted a membership. Josh Petrino gifted a membership. Graveyard Key gifted a membership, and King Parham all gifted memberships. I love it. Very good stuff. Welcome to the fold, fellas. Y'all get to see the crazy video coming out at the end of this week on the Terrifier flicks, and maybe the All Hallows Eve flicks too. Or flick, I should say. The one. I know, Josh, you tend to get the memberships a lot whenever we get them out. It's very funny. You got some crazy luck of the draw with that. It's very funny. I love it. It's great stuff. Cruel ZV saying hello, Jake. Hello, Cruel ZV. How are you? Before getting into it, I just want to say great short film. Thank you. I don't think you know, but did you know if in Canada they will be showing Terrifier 3? They're definitely showing Terrifier 3 in Canada. Some of the more, like as we get farther away from North America, some of those countries, it's a little more sporadic with some of the different showings and all that. But in Canada and, the United States, it's going to be a little easier, I know, to find some showings. To my knowledge. I have not looked through, all the showings across the entire, across all of Canada and the United States. I couldn't tell you that, but I know that it's coming. It's definitely going up there. You will be able to find some showings, I'm sure. You might have to drive. Again, I've never been to Canada, so I don't really have a frame of reference there. But I know there's a lot of showings going up there for sure. So, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You got a Terrifier 3 spoiler right here. It's a musical. It's just like Joker 2, the same movie, but with Art the Clown. He doesn't talk, but he does sing, ladies and gentlemen. It's wild. Lady Gaga is Vicky, dear God. Oh, Lord. I'd walk out of the theater. No, I'm kidding. Kidding, of course. I'm so excited for Terrifier 3. I can't believe it got banned in France. Anyone under the age of 18 is not permitted to see Terrifier 3 in France, which is nuts. This is kind of big horror news as well, because that hasn't happened since 2006 with Saw 3. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts in my opinion. I'm very excited to see what ends up happening with all of that in the future of Terrifier. What's Terrifier 4? What's the deal going to be with that one? So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what ends up happening if that gets banned in even more fucking countries and shit. It's a badge of honor, though, as director Darren Lynn Bousman said about that rating. It's an honor. It means he made something so vile and so fucked up that it's too much for the kids. At least that's what the French, whatever the French version of the MPA is saying. And I love that. My girlfriend is writing a horror short. It's called Something Bit Me on My Forehead. Dylan, you don't know this, but that sounds like something my girlfriend would write. And I love it. That's very funny. Oh my God. Very, very silly stuff. Thanks for the membership. Of course, King Parham. Good stuff all around, dog. Check out some of the exclusive videos. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun this week and this whole month. We got a lot of very good videos going up on the page exclusively for Patreon and channel members. Can we agree the Thanksgiving guy should be doing one of the new Resident Evil movies? Yes! Oh my god. His stork segment feels very Resident Evil, feels very much so like a video game. And I think it was excellent. I would love to see him do some kind of Resident Evil. Especially one that was based off of the first game, like running through the mansion and all that. Like, imagine, like, apply the stork format to the original Resident Evil game. That storyline, oh, that'd be awesome. Be great stuff. Totally would be a lot of fun. I'm going to watch a bunch of Christmas movies to get ready for Terrifier 3. There's a lot of good Christmas horror, Isaac. A lot of stuff people, stuff that has fallen under the radar for a lot of people as well. I mean, listen, we're always talking about Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night, but have you all seen the sequels to Silent Night, Deadly Night? They get crazy experimental. Like, I'm not saying they're good, but they're worth a watch. They're totally wild and out there. You would never guess, too. I think if you've only seen the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then you go and watch the sequels, you will be shocked by some of the weird shit that ends up happening in some of those movies. So those are fun. I think Better Watch Out is crazy underrated, a much newer Christmas horror flick, but very well done. Kind of like Barbarian in the sense that it's set up as one thing at first, but kind of turns into something else as we get into it. Really well done movie, if you have not seen that one. A lot of good Christmas horror out there, though. A lot of underrated stuff. At the end of the stream, can you react to the Stab 4 Knife of Doom, please? Jim, I've had some people come in here. I think you're talking about the Christopher Speed fan films, right? Is that the guy's name? I might be saying that. I might be saying that wrong. But there's a guy that runs the Stab YouTube channel that makes Stab movies. I have seen some of them. But I don't know. Maybe this is a new one. I'm not sure. There's a fellow who would come in here and say, like, Jake, there's this Scream fan film. It's called Stab something, long title. Please react to it. Check it out. I've scoured the internet for it and I could not find it. Not 100% sure. I was, it's funny you say that though, because I was looking for, I was thinking about doing a reaction to the short film that we got posted on the page tonight. Would love for you guys to see that. I'm thinking about doing a big video on it at some point on like a second channel or something, because I would love to talk about that one a lot. I hope you guys end up watching it after the stream too. That would make Jake very happy. If you watch the promotion, it's the new horror short film on the page. Haven't posted a short film here in like 2 years too, so make sure to check that out. You might be seeing another one sometime soon. Let's just say that. Here are some other ones you recommend. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Black Christmas, Better Watch Out. All good, all staples of Christmas horror for sure. Christmas, Bloody Christmas, I also really like. Becca, I totally recommend that one as well. If you hate movies that just don't know when to end, though, I don't know. that one just does not know when to end, but I love it. That one goes on and on and on and on, but it's a lot of fun. It's a very fun slasher with a lot of cool characters, some bloody moments, some good stuff going on in that one. What else is going on? Jake, Leatherface is coming to Fortnite this Friday. You have to play. I might end up doing that. I got a Poppy Playtime video that's in the can right now, and I'm hoping to post it tomorrow. I want to get some more gaming videos up on that page because it's been a minute. I haven't had a whole lot of time to post any gaming videos, unfortunately, but we're getting some stuff up on the page very soon, hopefully coming up in the coming weeks or so. Santa's Sleigh. Is that the one where they have the wrestler playing Santa? Is that right? Just kind of like a very, very dumb, very mindless slasher. It's so stupid and hilarious. I got to watch that one again. I want to say I watched it like maybe once, half asleep. Would love to watch that again for sure. From what I've heard, every kill in Terrifier 3 is on par with the bedroom scene. I hope that's true. I hope that's true, dog. That would be so cool. Ghoul Games. Would love to see some brutal shit going on. Goldberg plays Santa, right? Okay, I'm not a big wrestling guy, so I don't necessarily know all the names, but I'm sure someone right now watching is like, what? I got to see this movie, and I think that's awesome. That's dope. That's awesome stuff. Joey Green is saying David Howard Thornton is in a Grinch horror movie that's pretty decent. He plays Art the Clown. Good Christmas one. Yeah, you're talking about the mean one here. I I want to. I don't think I've seen this all the way through, but I believe it's directed by Stephen Lamorte is what I'm remembering. This is totally off the cuff here, but yeah, this one is it's a lot more low budget, you know, and a little goofier for sure. But I had a good time with it. It's something. I don't know if it's anything like an Art the Clown performance or anything, but it is fun. It's cool to see David, you know, play another slasher for sure. I really liked seeing David in stream. David absolutely killed it in stream, I think. A lot of fun stuff with that. I gotta close my door because I'm hearing some stuff in the background. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on up. Yeah, you're good. You're all good. Hey, you gotta... Okay, you want to stay in here? That's cool. The cat cannot decide if she wants to come in or leave or not. What's up, dude? What's up, little dude? All right, let's see what else is going on here. Jake, I'm surprised we don't have Ghostface in Fortnite. I'm shocked by that too. Ghostface in Fortnite probably should have happened a while ago, right? That's wild that it hasn't. We have a lot of horror icons in the game too, and no Ghostface. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Oh, you just noticed the t-shirt? Thank you. Little Jason Lives. I felt it worked with the beanie. Friday the 13th. Jason Lives. I'm Friday dreaming right now. It's Monday. So we got to pretend like it's Friday. We're getting there, right? So there we go. I'm a big billboard for Friday right now, baby. Ugh! Let's go. I'm getting excited. Getting excited for Friday. Did you know? Yes, the babysitter in All Hallows Eve also played the news reporter in Terrifier too. Yeah, yes, very much so. Yes. I kind of love that a lot of early Damien Leone stuff is like, it feels like it's all in the family. Even through like to Terrifier 2, I would say, like, just feels like a lot of the same people like working on all that stuff. It's fun. It's great to see. Big family and group of friends making movies together. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. Jake Boss, what's up, you bearded bastard? How you doing? I always wondered if they could bring Stab in the real world, not based on any character or the Scream movies themselves, just a guy in Ghostface costume killing people. Could they legally do that? I mean, as long as it's a fictional movie. As long as it's a fictional movie, I say yes, go for it. That's where I want the franchise to go, if I'm being real. I think it would be so cool if we just had a Ghostface who was a sociopath, no motive, just wanted to kill people. And saw the whole Ghostface thing, was like, wow, all those teenagers couldn't take out Sidney Prescott. I'll do it. Sure, why not? I'm not doing anything. I still think that movie needs to happen. I'm going to be honest. I think sometimes we're just overthinking the Ghostface motive. Sometimes there's just sociopaths out there that just want to kill. And I'm like, why has none of the Ghostfaces just been that? Like, that would be so cool. That'd be so dope. Why are we not doing that? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Graveyard Key is saying, did I just get a gifted sub? Thank you so much. Yes, you're very welcome, dog. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's very cool. There's a lot of good stuff on the Patreon and channel memberships. I promise we revamped it back over the summer. And there's a lot more perks and rewards and extra videos out there now. So it's very much so a really cool program. So make sure to check it out. You get priority on the streams as well. You get to check out extra videos. It's awesome. What else do we got going on? Do you think Art will kill a kid in Terrifier 3 the same as he does adults? That's actually a good question. I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't think it's going to be the same as the bedroom scene with the child, you know, but I do think he's going to take out little Juliet. I think they've been teasing that since last November, pretty much. Some people are not going to be down for that. I'm going to be real. That's going to be pushing a certain boundary for them, for some folks out there, and I respect that. But horror has got to push boundaries. I mean, there are people back in the early 1970s who said, you know, if you ever have a little girl saying blasphemous things, I ain't watching that. Sorry, dog. And guess what? The Exorcist still happened, and it's considered a horror classic today. So you got to push boundaries. You got to do things that make people uncomfortable. That's art, baby. Gonna die on that hill. Let me tell you. There are times when you push boundaries too far, like the film you're talking about here, Corey. There are some things I don't need to see on screen, but you know, in the same drop of, you know, there's a middle ground, right? There's a middle ground. There's a line. There's a line that you can kind of dance on and kind of poke around a little bit and see what happens. But you can definitely go too far with it. And a Serbian film, I think, is exactly that. Dear God. Would not recommend that to anybody. Joey Green is saying definitely brought a few people back from the early Ninth Circle and Terrifier 2011 days. That's very cool. Very cool. Love to see that. Love to see that love. I'm dying for a Scream movie where we know who Ghostface is within the first 5 minutes. They can really play with tension if the audience knows who the killer is, but the characters don't. I couldn't agree more. Josh, I could not agree more. This has been this channel in particular has been the flagship of that idea. I have been wanting that for as long as time. I think the Ghostface character is one that has not been expanded upon enough in the Scream universe, which is something I would it's a hill I'm going to die on. Ghostface is whoever it ends up being always has to pretend there's somebody they're not throughout the entire flick. And then the last, like 10 minutes or so, we get to really learn who they are, what their motive is, whatever. But I think it would be so cool if we can expand upon one of these killer characters throughout an entire flick, and we just can't do that with the typical Scream format. So if you want to do something new with Scream, you want to reinvent the franchise, do this. Do exactly what you're talking about here. Scream 6, I think it started off that way and had the whole movie followed that path. It had a similar format to what the opening scene of that movie did. I think it would have been the best Scream film, which I think is a hot take, I know, but oh my God, that would have been so cool. That would have been groundbreaking. That would have been unbelievable if they were able to do that in the 6th entry. But man, it's a shame that they didn't end up running with that the whole film. I love Scream 6 for what it was able to do in those first 10, 15 minutes or so, but the rest of it just kind of turns into more of the same. I still love it though. I think it's still a lot of fun, but it's whatever. Would love to see more of what they did in those first 10 minutes of Scream 6 throughout a whole flick. A big budget Red Right Hand, basically. Yeah. Yeah. If we had more money for Red Right Hand, it would have been fucking dope, but yeah. Jim, no. No. We're done with Bald Jake after this. This is it. This is it for Bald Jake, I promise. This is gonna be the last time I shave my head for something. I swear to God. This is it. I think the first 5 minutes is a little early, but I'm totally down to see a reveal halfway through. I mean, just tell me that wouldn't be so cool. It would completely change the game. I mean, listen, and again, I'm not speaking for all Scream fans, obviously, but when we saw Scream 6 in the theaters, people lost their fucking minds during that opening scene. And the rest of the movie was like, there was some shocks and jolts and stuff. There's some good kills in Scream 6. But man, there was nothing, no theater experience I've had with Scream yet that tops the first 10, 15 minutes of Scream 6 when they gave us a big reveal early on like that. It was awesome. Oh my God, it was so cool. The rest of the movie just, I feel like doesn't live up to that. That opening scene is great. It's so much fun, but yeah, the rest of it, I don't know. Josh is saying, Scream 6 pissed me off. Have you ever been in a New York City bodega? He could have just swung the shotgun around and shot aimlessly and painted the whole place red. It was such a dumb scene. I don't know. I loved Scream 6 so much. It has its problems. I do agree. It is nowhere near. It's a very messy movie. I will say that. But I loved it. It's one of my favorite Scream sequels. I had such a blast with it. And also I'm like, again, I've been wanting to see what you were talking about earlier fleshed out in a Scream movie. And the closest thing we've gotten to it is those first 10, 15 minutes. I'm very hot on that. I love that opening scene. I think that's one of the freshest things the Scream franchise has done in years. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Some of it is you got to suspend your disbelief a little bit, but I vibe with it. It's fun. You can't have the raptor scene from Jurassic Park in a small convenience store with a human killer. That is kind of what they were trying to do there. Yeah. It's shot, I don't know. It's shot very well though. The tension is always crazy. It's awesome, man. I had a good time with it. I get it being frustrating though. I do get that. Trust me. I understand. I've seen it enough times that I can understand that take, but I don't know. Scream 6, it just does it for me. To make the opening scene of Scream 6 more impactful, they should have kept Jason alive for a little bit longer. Maybe gets killed off halfway through. Still my favorite sequel. I really like it. I think it's up there for me for sure. I think if the whole movie was just about Jason as a killer, like just being this stab obsessed guy who wants to get revenge for Richie's death in the previous flick, that would have been so fucking cool. A whole movie of the opening scene of Scream 6 would have been just like 10 out of 10. Would have been so into that. But it was still fun. I still had a good time with it. I think Scream 4 probably is still my favorite sequel in the whole franchise. Scream 4 just does it for me, man. It just tickles all the right notes for me. You also wish that New York City was more of a character to the film. They kind of pulled a Friday the 13th Part 8. And they even have that in the opening scene too, which is funny. Yeah, Josh, I just went to New York City for the first time for the stream premiere. That was my first time ever going to the city. And I can't say, yeah, the vibe of Scream 6, I don't know if it necessarily captured New York City as a whole. But I don't know. There's still something about it, man. I still really like. I am glad that they didn't end up making it like a gimmick, though. I don't think it's more just like Scream in the big city, right? It's less Scream in New York. It's more Scream in a big city with buildings. That's how I look at Scream 6. There's been a lot of New Yorkers who have left me comments saying the New York settings suck, dude, and I totally get that. Trust me, I do. But I look at it as Scream in a big city opposed to a small town, which most of them are small town USA setting, Woodsboro or like a college town, whatever. I vibe with it though. I think Scream 6, I have a lot of fun with it. It's not perfect, not by any means, but neither are the rest of the sequels. I don't know. It is funny though that the Scream fan base will just lose their mind about how bad Scream 6 is. But I'm like, man, all those sequels have got problems, dog. Don't. I don't know. I think all 5 of the Scream sequels have like a big glaring problem about them, just like Scream 6, just like 6. So to me, I like them all equally for being just messy, weird little murder mysteries. We didn't get to see how it really affected the city though. I think we did a little. I don't know. I that's my take at least. I think we got to, again, like the bodega scene. You might not like it. It might be a little frustrating, but like that's something that would never happen in like Scream 2 or Scream 1. We would never see a sequence like that there. The apartment building sequence, going from one building to another with a fucking ladder. Why would you have a ladder in a New York City apartment? I don't know, but it's a cool sequence. Again, I feel like these are things we just wouldn't see in Scream 1 or 2. And that to me is what gives Scream 6 some value, at least in my opinion. Again, I think some people were like, I wanted to see Ghostface run around, Ellis Island. I want to see Ghostface run around, like the Empire State Building or something, like jumping off, like throwing somebody out of a window of the Empire State Building, shit like that. But I don't know. To me, that just makes it a little gimmicky. Like that's just my take on it. But I love Scream 6. I think it's a lot of fun. You mean more the terror of Ghostface affecting the city would be sick? Just feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. I really liked the movie. Yeah, well, hey, we'll see what they end up doing in the next one, right? It sounds like we're going to Seattle in Scream 7, so maybe that's another shot at doing the city right, That might be cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get more news on Scream 7 and see what ends up happening there. I hope it's good, man. I hope whatever it ends up being, it's something good. Sidney Prescott is the focus again, which is nuts. Is Friday the 13th Part 8 releasing during the 2020 era? Is that what you're saying? Man, I don't know if Scream 6 is that bad. It would have been a much better film with the effects and usage of film sets. Would have had a bigger budget. Man, Friday the 13th Part 8 is bad, though, dude. Part 8 is rough. I mean, yeah, it's at least the whole movie's not on a boat, right? Like, that's the thing about Scream 6. At least they tried with the New York setting. They did try with it. Friday the 13th Part 8 just kind of was like, boat. Here's a boat. Here's a boat where nothing really happens and the characters get killed off in pretty boring ways. I don't know. Then again, it is in New York City. It would take a lot to affect them. Place is crazy. Place is crazy, man. Tell you what. It's really fast paced. I enjoyed New York personally. I think I could do New York. I don't think a lot of other people could though. I'll tell you what, it's a lot. For sure it is a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think old Jake's going to be signing off for the night. I'm getting pretty wrecked. It's been a crazy weekend, and I have not had any time to rest really. I got a big video coming out tomorrow at noon though. Make sure to check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big update video that I know a lot of people are excited to see. Jake's opinions on some fun stuff coming up. I got a big video, like deep dive video coming at the end of the week on Terrifier 3 as well, so make sure to check that out. We got some more streams coming up on Wednesday and Saturday and Monday. So in that order, come stop on by. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, stop on by the stream Wednesday. It's gonna be fun. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.